So the offset back. Now, for many years, I was always curious why they even have the offset back as part of the CDL curriculum, okay? Because in reality, you're never going to use it, is what I was thinking, all right? Is that if you ever have to move from one space to the other, you wouldn't just drive straight and then backwards trying to maneuver. You know what I mean? You go over to the left, all right? You go over to the left, and then you go back to the right. You straighten up until you are, and then you reverse. That way you don't have to do any maneuvering whatsoever in reverse. All you have to do is focus on the straight back. So why wouldn't they just teach you that instead? Because this is more reality. And then I started thinking about it, and the thing is that all they're trying to do is see that you control the trailer in reverse. That's basically what they're trying to say. It's not just maintaining a straight back and that's because you're going to have to do that anyway. All right. So what is going to happen is that when you do the offset, you're going to depending on if your space is to the left or to the right of where your starting position, like in this particular scenario, the space is to our left. All right. So when I turn my steering wheel to the right, we're going to be side-siding. But the problem is that we're going to end up blind-siding. All right? Hopefully, we won't be blind-siding too much to where we're kind of out of control. All right? That's your goal. Our goal is to show the examiner that you have control. Now, I'm doing this with a 53-foot trailer and a sleeper truck. In a lot of schools, they basically just have a 28-foot trailer and a 2-axle truck. All right. So they are different. You can't just all of a sudden, be practicing on a 53-foot trailer and a sleeper truck and all of a sudden doing your test in a small. It's going to be ridiculously hard because you're going to lose the trailer, meaning as in like you're going to lose control. So I will dip into those smaller vehicles as well. But in a lot of schools, especially the schools that are sponsored or run by the actual trucking company itself, like Swift or CR England, now there's a bunch more. The reason I say Swift is because our parking lot for the company that I worked for, May Trucking, it was right next to the school for Swift, and I used to watch them all the time, and I was very impressed with their setup. They use 53-foot trailers with sleeper trucks. That's what you want to be training in. You don't want to be bloody training in a small truck with a 28-foot trailer, because reality is you're not going to be driving that. Anyway, you get what you pay for, is what I'm trying to say as well. So those schools that only cost $1,500, chances are they're going to get you your CDL, but you're not going to have much experience, or you won't have much skills whatsoever when it comes to the real life truck driving. Anyway, back to the old offset back here. All right, straight off the bat, what I want to do, okay, I want to turn my steering wheel to the right. Okay, the reason being is that it's going to start my trailer turning to the left. All right, so it's also going to basically pull the front of the trailer to the right as well. All right, truck is going to go to the left, and it's going to start an angle. There we go. So now we're angled. Now you got to ask yourself, at what point do you want to turn the steering wheel the other direction? Because if I keep going, all right, well, obviously that's going to be not what we want to do. All right, let's go right back to where we were. Okay, at what point do I want to start turning to the left? Because currently my starting position was me turning my steering wheel all the way to the right. You don't have to do that. The reason a lot of times I start my steering wheel turning all the way to the right is because it maneuvers me in the shortest distance. Now, I've seen a few videos on YouTube now where they basically say turn the steering wheel only one rotation. Now, again, in my game, one rotation, as you can see, is only half. But just know that in the game, everything's halved when it comes to the steering wheel. So if I turn my steering wheel all the way to the right, that's basically 2 rotations in the real world. And you can kind of see by the blue line over here that this little bar right here, that basically saying that's 1 rotation. It's 2 rotations. Okay, I don't want to have to kind of go over that and read the comments saying that I should have 2 rotations. It's just trust me in this one. This is best. Anyway, at what point, okay, do I start turning my steering wheel to the left? Now, I like to look at it as basically when you're looking in your mirror, all right, you're looking in your flat mirror, the one that you can see, the one that you can see where it's flat, not the convex bubble mirror, right? Once you start losing your trailer, all right, maybe start turning to the left, all right, and then you can kind of finesse around with it, all right, but eventually I want you to get straight. So do whatever it takes to get straight. Again, it's kind of, I don't know, like, let's go, let me just go back to the original start for just a second. There's just so many variables, all right? Like, what if you make a mistake and how do you correct it and all that kind of stuff, okay? So, all right, so we're going to back up slowly, okay? I'm just going to do the maneuvering, okay? I'm going to turn my steering wheel to the left. I'm going to kind of lose it in my mirror. So now I'm going to straighten up. Now I'm straightening up in the shortest distance by turning my steering wheel all the way. Now I'm going to stop and analyze. Basically, once I got a straight line going, all right, I'm going to stop, acknowledge what is going on. Okay, look in both mirrors. In both mirrors, chances are there's a cone over here and there's a cone over there behind the writing. So you're going to actually, the fact that you can see those is a good thing. Okay, if you couldn't see one of them, for some reason you're actually pointing where these red lines are actually pointing into like both spaces, well, you didn't turn well enough or you did something wrong. Okay, and there's ways of fixing that as well. So right now I have a straight back position. I can choose to just drive straight. All right, I can choose to turn. But if let's say I choose to turn a little bit. So I just want to turn just slightly. It's actually going to start curving me into the space, but I don't want to curve too much, because if I curve too much, I'll end up back I'll end up back over here. All right, but so let's just start backing up slowly. All right, it's starting to curve. Now we're starting to blindside a little bit right now here. Okay, so right now we do not want to turn. We want to maintain this angle. So we're going to hang out somewhere in here. All right, so I'm just going to try roughly around here and see what happens. Okay, so right now it's starting to straighten me up. So this is going to start having me turn again. All I'm doing is basically pointing my steers straight, and it's actually turning me just a slightly because I'm already at an angle. All right, so I'm still backing up. Now, the back of the trailer, at this point, you definitely want to get out and look just to make sure everything's okay. You're analyzing your angle, and you're basically analyzing the truck and trailer angle. Now, if I keep maintaining what I'm doing right now, I'll probably hit over here. Okay. So I'm going to turn a little bit slightly to the left, which is going to put me into a harder turn. Okay, and I don't want to hold it for too long. And now I want to chase. The reason why I want to chase is because I want my tractor and trailer to be straight, and I'm going to turn all the way to do it in the shortest distance. All right, so start backing up, backing up, acknowledging that we have a straight back going on right now. If you want to do a straight back right now, make sure that your steers are pointing straight at this particular moment. Even if you have to stop, turn your steers, all right, that's fine. And then we can start backing up. Now, I'm going to do this one more time with the big trailer, okay? And we're going to do it, I'm just going to do it, all right? I'll try to do it slowly. And yeah, okay, so let's restart. Go all the way up to our starting position. Now, our starting position, before I actually start backing up, is usually basically twice the distance of the actual truck and trailer itself. As in, you can see it, you can pretty much fit an entire truck back there. Okay, so it's always best to give yourself as much room as possible. So I'm just going to go ahead and just have a start right here. Okay, you can go all the way up here if you want to. It doesn't matter to me. All right, but again, there might be a wall there or whatever is going to stop you. But as long as you can move forward, go ahead and use whatever room you can. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start reversing. So I'm going to go to the left. It's kind of maintaining. Sometimes it's just easier for me to actually just do it and have you guys watch. All right, small little movements. And it turns out that the offset back too is basically very similar to the parallel park. You're doing the exact same movements. All right, now let's do it on the other side. So basically this is the mirror image of the last one. Again, we're using a 53-foot trailer with our axles all the way forward. We're going to stop basically at the starting point. Okay, and straight away, I'm going to go ahead and turn my steering wheel to the left. All right, I'm going to lose my trailer in my mirror, so I start straightening up. That way I'm getting my trailer pointing towards the area. Now, again, you could have your trailer pointing towards the... It all depends where you end up. Okay, every school is going to be different. Every school is going to have a different setup. Every school is going to have a different variable. All right, so all I'm trying to tell you is that once you get into a straight back, acknowledge what is going on. Where is your trailer pointing? Okay. Now, right now, my trailer is still over in the lane that I started off with. Okay. Now, your ideal position to be in is basically by the time the back of the trailer gets to the front of the space, that your truck and trailer are already in the space and running parallel. That's your ideal position. Okay. Now, if that is your goal, you definitely want your trailer pointing over back here a lot more. Okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with a pull forward. You're allowed pull-ups, all right? Let's just say you did this, all right? I don't know if this would actually get you in trouble or anything. Let's just say you did this, okay? And then you stopped, and then you pull forward to the right. Well, by pulling forward to the right, you're actually bringing the back of your trailer pointing to the left. Okay? And basically you're looking in your mirror, you're looking for that cone. Once you see that cone, crank it hard to the left. And you're in a much better position. All right? And then you can just do a straight back. All right, doing your small little turns to balance yourself in there. And I keep calling it a balance because it is a bit of a balancing act. And you're just balancing the front of the trailer to guide the back of the trailer. All right, let's do a smaller vehicle. All right, so we're still in the off. Okay, let's do a 35-foot trailer. You know what? Let's do a 28-foot trailer. The smaller the trailer, the harder the trailer is to control. All right, just remember that. All right, so let's go ahead and do the very first one. So this is basically the kind of truck and trailer that you get at an affordable truck school. All right, they're needed. They're not the best, but you get what you pay for. All right. Now, ideally, the best position would be all the way up here. This is the best position to be in. All right. So when you do start, so initially we're going to turn the steering wheel to the left. All right. I'm just going to maintain that angle right there. All right, see how I'm maintaining the angle, the truck and trailer's angle? Okay, this is giving me full control. Now I'm going to straighten up. There we go. Now I'm going to turn again. All right, and chase. Oh, we're still not there yet. And there we go. Now we got a straight back going on. Not quite centered, but whatever. Let's go ahead and now we're in. Okay, but that wasn't my most impressive offset back. All right. But again, so if we were to do this, okay, so there's one length. I have you all the way up here, but I think you can, this is probably like the minimum requirement, but this is going to be very tough. Chances are I'm going to have to do a pull forward. All right. Let's go ahead and go to the left. This is going to have to be done in steps. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. All right. Now it's going to be, I may not be able to straighten up. Let's check out the angle and the trailer here. All right. It's not, I don't know if that's going to actually straighten up very quickly. Yeah, it's taking its time. Yeah, look how far away I'm already pointing. That's ridiculous. All right. So let's go ahead and do a pull forward. Let's go ahead and go to the left. All right. That's a better position. Let's go straight. And then, start turning immediately. So it's doable. I imagine you're allowed to do a pull forward. I can't imagine you not allowed, but again, center would be better. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. All right, let's go to the starting position. All right. Now, you don't want your truck and trailer to be at too much of an angle, all right, off the bat. So we're going to turn the steering wheel to the left. All right, let's go a little slower. There we go. We're going to turn. All right, we're angled. So let's go ahead and just point our steer straight right now because I don't want to stop turning or changing that angle. All right, let's straighten us up. All right, so we're going to turn all the way to the right. And then once we have our truck and trailer straight, we point our steer straight. That allows us to keep doing a straight back. Now we can actually start turning now. Okay, why can we start turning now? So between this point, you see where the trailer's pointing towards? Okay, right? Now, if this red line was all the way over here, that'd be a different story. We wouldn't be able to turn. But because I'm pointing so far away from the object that I want to get around, all right, we can actually start turning now. All right. So as you can see, because this green line and this red line are not together, that means we're not at a straight back. All right. It'll be very easy to detect if you were in a straight back or not because you look in both mirrors. And if you see one side of the trailer versus the other side and they don't match up, well, you're not in a straight back. Anyway, that's why I added these lines. Now, so we're going to back up nice and slowly again. Okay. I'm starting to turn more. I would be happier if I turned. If we would do a lot more bigger turn. All right. And I'm still balancing it. And I think we want to straight back roughly around now. So I'm going to crank it all the way to the left. And we got a straight back going. Okay. Now what do we got? Now we got to ask ourselves, what do we need to do? Well, I prefer if the front of my trailer would go to the left. So I'm going to turn to the left and go back to a straight back. And we're not there yet. So back to the left, straighten up. Straight back. All right. And chances are you are going to be going this slow. All right. In the game, you go as fast as you want. You know, if you can master it, if you can master the offset back, going as fast as you possibly can in the game, and then slow down, it'll be a piece of cake. All right, so let's just say we start off in the starting position right here. Just when the back of the trailer. There we go. So let's go to the left and back to the right. If you can manage to do it this quick, it's showing you have some knowledge over backing. Okay. All right, here we have this level. It's basically an offset back. Now, these white lines are just to kind of like show you where the space is going to be. Or, wouldn't say, not the space, but the entrance that is there. Now, you're going to have to collect these coins in order to open up the front gate of the space that you're going to be backing into. Now, if you didn't collect them, you would have found that out towards the end of the map. And then you'd be like, oh, god damn it. Anyway, so this is just to kind of show you where it is. Again, it's all you are doing is offsetting. This is a pretty easy enough level. I'll make harder ones. It's just to kind of show you. This currently isn't part of the game. Maybe it is, depending on when you're watching it. Like, I'm making this level in January 23rd. And if, so it's not available right now, but it should be available in like a month on the next update. Okay. Sorry, trying to concentrate. All right, see there, I'm already pointing my trailer towards where I want to go, because I know what the last one's like. It's a little tight. All right, we're gonna go all the way up to the wall. Yeah, offsetting is basically the bread and butter of backing up. It's all about controlling. You're going from the left to the right. You're side siding to blind siding, and all. So let's try the next level out. The next level is just a bunch of walls that you got to avoid. All right, so. Again, it's all it is offsetting. It's maneuvering around stuff, all right? And it's showing your tester that you have the skills to operate your vehicle in reverse. Because you're basically, whoopsie daisy. Am I going to hit that? Am I going to hit it? Oh, I got away with it. But I'm not going to get away with it for very long. There we go. The front of the trailer drifted over. All right, we can fix that a little bit. Because basically, you got to focus on the straight back. To an angle, to a blind side, it's really realistically, if you can master the offset back, and what's very similar to the offset back, which I've said before many times, is the parallel park. They're basically identical, but just different scenarios, but the same movements, very much the same movements. So learning the offset back is very much going to help you out with the parallel park. Just yeah. I know. Now personally, I have never done the parallel park for a test purposes, but I've done it hundreds of times in the real world, and I do believe I have a good understanding of it. So that'll be my next video. Will be the parallel park. All right, hope you enjoyed it. I'm Dave. I've never said that before. I'm Dave at the end of the video. But anyway, please put in the comments what you want to see next or what you want to see in the future. All right, subscribe, like, and all that kind of thing. And don't forget to check out the podcast, Just Another Trucking Podcast. There'll be a link in the description below. All right, later. Goodbye.